Okay. I'm Alicia Hamill, and it is April 27th, 2022. And can you tell me your full name?
Yes, my name is Ernie GANAS.
Can you spell that for me?
GANAS.
Okay. And you went to OCS at Fort Eustis.
I went to Fort Knox and Fort Eustis. We were the first class 15-66, graduated in June 27th of 1966.
And why did you go to OCS?
I wanted to fly, and my boss, lieutenant, said, you don't want to go to the warrant officer program because they harass you while you're trying to learn how to fly. He says, go to OCS, they'll harass you. When they get done harassing you, you go learn how to fly and nobody harassing you. And I thought, learning how to fly with nobody harassing? Learning how to fly with someone harassing? Yeah, I think I'll do that. So that's why I went to OCS. And at that time, Transportation Corps was Army Aviation in the mid-60s. So that's why I went transportation.
Okay. So what did you experience at Fort Eustis that was... Tell me a story.
We went to Fort Knox for 13 weeks, I believe it was. And then we came here. And the first day, I remember Major Bozeman getting up in front of us that night when we came in as a group, and that was surprising to the tactical officers. They thought we were come filtering in, but we had met at a parking lot and came in as a group. And he addressed us all and he said, congratulations, look at the person next to you, because he's not going to make it. Now, we had already lost probably 50 people out of the class. This was not good to hear. And, of course, we did lose a few here. Not too many. I think we lost 5 or 6 here. They had pretty much weeded out the ones that weren't going to make it before we got here. So, and it was a good program. I enjoyed it. I later was assigned with one of my tactical officers, and we used to fly together. So, it was kind of fun to chat and stuff. But it was a good program. Good people. I really enjoyed everybody. So
on the tour today, you went around and you saw what was there and what wasn't there.
Big difference. Last time I was here for any length of time was when I went to the career course in 1972 and 3. As you probably remember, that's a few weeks ago. And so, yes, Fort Eustis has changed dramatically. And by the way, the museum came out, I thought, very nicely. I was very pleased. I walked around it and very, very impressed. I didn't go to the outdoor pavilions too much, but it was cold this morning. But it was very nice. I enjoyed it, yeah. And I thought the exhibit you guys did came out really nice. I sent some stuff that are there in the exhibit.
And so, just real quick, tell me, not real quick, but tell me as long as you want, but tell me a story about something that happened during OCS that was funny, or that you learned a lot, or that was particularly difficult.
All right, one of the things that the tactical officers always thought was great amusing to do was to tear up your cubicle. And I thought I was pretty clever, and I made my bed without sheets very fast, looked beautiful. And Jim Fight found it, and just tore up, my bunkmate and I, just terrible. And so, I come home, and of course, he's chewing my ass and raising hell, and just being Jim, and which is what they were supposed to do. Their whole impression, you gotta understand, the tactical officer's idea was to put overwhelming pressure and overwhelm you with things to see how you react. So I had to write a paper about why I should use sheets on my bed, and for tomorrow morning, by the way. This is about 5 o'clock at night. And by somehow I don't ask me how I got it done. And one of the guys had been a clerk typist, and he volunteered to type it up for me, which really pissed him off because he didn't expect a typed report. He and I laughed about that many times as we were flying together years later. You know, how the hell did you get that goddamn thing typed? You know, and I just kind of smiled, you know, and we just chuckled. And he said, yeah, he had a big kick out of that. But it was a great program. I will tell you very honestly, it made me a better person. Okay, I learned a lot about myself. Some things good, some things not too good, but I learned a lot, and it did me quite well. I mean, I started out in the Army as a private and retired as lieutenant colonel, as a commander of large organizations, and got my master's degree, and did all these kind of things. So I would say, to me, the Officer Candidate School Program was the best thing that I ever did.
Perfect.
Okay?
Great.
Bill Cousins.